Welcome to another episode of the A-List Movie Club. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And with me, as always, are Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good, good.
Good.
All right. And of course, if you haven't joined us for one of these before, this is the show where each time one of us picks a different movie for the others to check out. And this time it was Dominic's pick. So why don't you tell us what you chose?
I picked one of my favorite movies from way back, the 1981 movie, kind of horror comedy, uh, an American Werewolf in London. And it follows two guys that went to England on like a sabbatical or like a college trip or something like that. And they encounter some bad things. They were very, very bad men doing very, very bad things. Uh, but yeah, it goes from there, and it's one of them gets killed right away and comes back as a ghost to tell the survivor that he is going to become a werewolf on the next full moon and that he needs to kill himself. And the mayhem ensues. So, yeah. So, yeah, I when I first saw this, it came out the year I graduated high school. When we first saw this, we were absolutely amazed at the special effects. Rick Baker, what a master. And those effects, I watched it just about a week ago, and the effects still hold up today. In fact, it's
Oh, yeah.
better than a lot of the CGI that's out there now. It was just absolutely brilliant. The movie is funny, it's pretty gory, and they're like one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is the subway. When a guy is going down in the subway and he hears the werewolf in the distance and tries to get away from him, that was a very tense scene, I thought. I really, really liked it. Yeah, this again, one of my favorite movies of all time. I keep forgetting about it, and um and I'm really glad I watched it again because I really enjoyed it again. Just now, and giving it with a 2024 eye, I thought it still held up really, really well. Yeah, it's classic. To me, it's a classic, a horror classic. I mean, up there with like, Halloween and things like that, and even some of the
Stitches.
monster movies, the werewolf, Wolfman, and
Killer
uh,
Clowns.
yeah, Killer
Leprechaun and
Clown.
Child's Play.
Yeah.
And our newest one, Imaginary.
Oh, that was horrible. That was
Night
horrible.
Swim.
all the great Blumhouse movies, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Anything Blumhouse has put out in the last 10 years. Just
Yeah. Anything after Get Out.
Yeah. So that's about it. That's my review. I love this movie.
okay. I've seen it before. Not 1981 when I was 4. I didn't see it then, but I remember this being on like HBO all the time, or
Right.
it was on cable a lot. I remember seeing it when I was older. Probably was like 10, 11, or 12. It was one of those movies that was always on cable. Um, I haven't seen it since then, but I enjoyed this movie. Like you said, I mean, the special effects are great for its time, and they still hold up.
Mhm.
Um, I'm guessing they were practical. If that was done nowadays, that would all be CGI'd,
Yeah, but this was all
That's true.
practical.
and that would look fake as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of has a B movie feel, but with like an A movie budget, because the cast isn't really like a big time cast.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, I don't
Although
really know.
although David Naughton was the I'm a pepper, he's a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Here, the old Dr. Pepper commercials.
I know him from his one hit song he had. That's it. But
I knew the girl was from Child's Play too. That's the only thing I ever saw her in other than
well, I know
this.
Griffin Dunn. He's been in a million
Yeah.
things, but
Yeah, Griffin Dunn's a great actor.
yeah, but he's never really been a star. He's always been the other guy.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's kind of got that low budget feel, but it wasn't really, I guess, back then.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, the humor's kind of dark. It's kind of like a. It's not like a
Yeah.
laugh out loud like an Adam Sandler comedy. It's more like if you get it, kind
Well,
of
even
funny.
Adam Sandler comedies are not laugh out loud.
Well,
Some
you're
are.
laughing. You're laughing at it, not with it.
Yeah.
Like when Little Nicky 2 comes out.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, May it releases to Netflix, May this year.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
Little Nicky 2.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like The Devil is Back or something it's called. I
Oh
don't know.
God.
But yeah, I haven't seen it in a while and I agree with you, Dom. It's a classic. I enjoyed it.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
really liked it. Wes?
Yeah, let me get
Wake up.
I am awake. I'm trying to get my notes up. Which by the way, it was like Dominic like literally just like said everything that I had in my notes. I wonder if I left my laptop open in the other room. But yeah, I like that this is not the usual everyday Wolfman movie. It's got interesting new ideas with the friend being stuck in limbo and rotting until the werewolf is destroyed, and even trying to get him to kill himself, which was poorly copied in the Tom Cruise version of The Mummy. I remember watching that. I'm like, they stole this from American Werewolf. There's some good comedy, more than I remembered, which is as funny as it's scary. There's a few good jump scares, and I have here such as a suspenseful scene in an empty subway. Decent amount of blood and gore, which doesn't disappoint. I enjoyed the head rolling off of the car in the fun finale in the Piccadilly Circle. It's become famous for its special effects and makeup. The excellent transformation scene looks great for its time. And it's a very abrupt ending. Like, it's like, end, cut to song. And you're like, oh, okay. Which I remembered from the first time, too. And speaking of the songs, I enjoyed the soundtrack. It's a little on the nose, but it's funny. Bad Moon Rising, Moon Dance, and Blue Moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And like to go off of what we were talking about the effects, like it looks so much better than like the 2010 Wolfman with Benicio del Toro with like Anthony Hopkins looking really weird as a Wolfman.
Never saw that. Never watched it.
Yeah, I've never.
I mean, it's not great. I mean, it's fine, but you know, I'm still holding out hope for that Gosling Wolfman that's supposed to come out. Then I can dress as that for that Oscar party that year.
I think he's got a restraining order on him.
I also like that they didn't overdo the wolf.
Yeah.
You didn't see it like every scene where like it wasn't scary after a while. They just it was scary because you didn't see it a lot.
Right.
I like that. And it wasn't one of these, oh, it has to be a silver bullet to kill it. They just shot it. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. It wasn't like they didn't really stick to the lore that we all know of.
Right.
And I like that, like when they went into that tavern and like everybody was like not even paying any attention to it, like F you, basically. Go out, you're getting kicked out.
Yeah, that's something. Okay, Johnny, you got trivia? Oh, I'm sorry.
Werewolves of London not on this soundtrack?
Yeah, that was at 70s, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Warren Zevon let him use it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like that would have been the cut to end credit scene if they would have had the rights to it or
Yeah.
something.
It's a great song. It should have been on there.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
that song.
man, my next album is a Warren Zevon album that we're gonna listen to.
You know that's like 6 weeks from now, right?
David Naughton was cast because John Landis saw him in the Dr. Pepper commercial.
There you go.
And then he was fired by Dr. Pepper because of the nude scenes in this movie.
Oh wow.
This is John Landis's favorite film of his that he's made. Griffin Dunn was worried about how his mom would feel seeing him as a mutilated corpse. And when she did see it, she was deeply disturbed.
Oh wow, I could see that.
Rick Baker was upset with the director John Landis because he spent hours on the face transformation scene for it to only be a 7-second scene in the movie.
Oh.
But then when he saw it, he was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. I get why it wasn't longer. The cat in the window was prompted to hiss by holding up another cat behind the actor, make him
Oh.
hiss.
That's pretty cool.
After filming was completed, the whole crew danced in a circle around David Naughton, who was still in his werewolf costume, singing, "I'm a werewolf, you're a werewolf. Would you like to be a werewolf too?"
That's
Of
funny.
course, Dr. Pepper, yeah. Filmed in order.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very rare nowadays.
Uh, John Landis had to avoid filming any full frontal nudity of David Naughton because Naughton is not circumcised,
Oh.
but his character is Jewish.
Okay.
Nowadays they'd CGI that.
A stunt penis.
Yeah, that's true too.
Stunt dick.
The Nazi werewolf that in the nightmare scene that slashes David's throat
Oh, that was
is
random. Yeah.
Rick Baker.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's a lot. I gave you guys some. Michael Jackson hired the crew that made this movie to do his Thriller video.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Let's rate this shit.
Let's rate this.
And first ever best makeup Oscar, by the way, for this movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well deserved.
Yes, definitely. Okay, it was
Is
a
Rick
10
Baker
for
still
me.
around or did he pass away?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
I haven't heard his name in a while. I didn't know if he was still around.
know. I don't know.
I can-
But yeah, I give it a 10. I mean, I really enjoy it. Was great seeing it again. You know, it was really great seeing again.
The two people I watched it with have never seen it before, and I prepared them to watch it with 1980 eyes and not 2024 eyes. So
Yeah.
they didn't care for it. They were
Hmm.
like, "Oh, the transformation looks cheesy. It doesn't look good. Special effects are bad." I'm like, "You got to look at like 1981, not 2024." They didn't
Yeah,
really like it.
that's 43 years ago.
My girlfriend wasn't even born then.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8. I really liked it. It's a good movie. I forgot how good it was till I watched it again. I don't remember the second part at all.
I just remember the trailer when I was a kid for the
I know I've
second
seen
part.
it, but I don't remember a thing about it.
Yeah.
And I will give it a 9. I really enjoyed it as well. And Rick Baker is still alive, by the way.
Oh, okay.
He was
Good.
born in
Retired?
1950.
Is he retired? Is or not doing movies
I
anymore?
didn't look. I just saw if he was still alive or not. But Yep. So next will be my pick, and it's another one that another recommendation from someone I work with gave me this one. So that's what I've been going off the last couple times.
Which is
This is
two.
a Hulu film that none of us have seen called No One Will Save You. It came out last September, I want to say, on streaming. So it's an alien type thing. So
A horror
Cool.
movie?
horror-ish, I guess. It's got what was the girl, Caitlin Dever from Booksmart
Okay.
is in it.
All right.
So we shall see what we think of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
John, you want to talk a little bit about the wrestling podcast?
Yeah. We like wrestling podcasts. It's a weekly podcast. We discuss any and everything wrestling related. We're on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you find podcasts. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called these days. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We have merchandise on our website. We like wrestling podcast.
All right. And of course, for me, you can subscribe here on YouTube, youtube.com/westside of 515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/westtroop-a-list. And of course, you can follow me on the X, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Wes A-List. Until next time, Troop out.